This video is to do a quick review of the Hyper controller. I forget what they call it, but it's the Hyper for the DualSense PS5. Um, it's the one that's largely promoted for utilizing the Hall effect joysticks. Um, So I wanted to share my experience with this controller. Basically, this is just a quick little jaunt. I don't usually do these, but I think this one is of value. So first off, Hyper controller, love it, love the controller. When I got it, I was absolutely in love with it. Um, the only real problem out of the gate was that these buttons were a little sticky. I want to say maybe it was the down and the left weren't sticky. They just needed excessive force uh, for them to work correctly. Everything else felt good. Uh, but I'm going to back up here a little bit. And well, let's stay on the same track since we're talking about the buttons. Those were a little bit of an issue. Everything else felt great. The placement of these back clicky triggers are great. They're tactile, they're clicky. Everything feels good. Nothing feels wrong. Just those little bitty buttons back there. Um, And I want to take a second here. The Hall effect joysticks um, are phenomenal. I absolutely love them. That's what I bought this controller for. Uh, they did not disappoint. Um, when I play my first person shooters, uh, as I get more dialed in and the better I get, the flatter my response curve goes to more of a linear input. And I've never been able to dial it in on a regular controller. I don't know what it is. I can't tell you the exact reason, but with these, as soon as I played with this controller, immediately, uh, just going off of feel, flattening the curve to zero immediately felt right with these, and that was really cool. There's something with the input ratio here and the spectrum of input based on placement. Uh, that's really nice. That's a really nice input curve on the controller. So can't say enough good about that. Okay. Uh, those are the good things about the controller. Okay. The other things about the controller. First off, when I ordered the controller, granted it was like Christmas or so, but I ordered it. I forgot if I paid the extra for like super expedited fast shipping. Forgot. Couldn't tell you. I go look it up. But point being, it took me like 4 months to get this controller. It took quite a long time. Um, I understand they were behind because of the holidays. I emailed them, got in touch with them. They let me know that. That's cool. I appreciate it. But still, 4 months is 4 months, and that's a long time to wait for a controller. So with that being said, after I got the controller, everything's good, everything's groovy, no complaints. These buttons are a little sticky right here, um, but as of today, I think it was just last weekend. Today's Sunday. It was last weekend or just before that. I was playing with this controller, and I picked up my phone. I had the controller in one hand. I dropped my phone. My phone hit the controller handle and hit the table. And when that happened, uh, the controller started acting funny. Picked up my phone, put it away, got the controller. Immediately, all of the face buttons were dead. None of these buttons up here worked anymore. None of the flat face buttons. The joystick still worked. The trigger still worked. The back buttons still work, and the back buttons were mapped to the face buttons. So I can't tell you what happened there, but kept acting goofy. Nothing made it act right. Slapped it on my hand a couple times. Never come back to. So then I killed it, turned it off, and never came back on. It refuses to come back. Oh, brother, man, there's no way. It just came back on. Oh my God. It did. This is too good. Is it dead? Is it going to be alive? No, face buttons are dead. Nope, it died. Controller died again. It wants to live. It's borderline. But the face buttons are still whack. Okay, so that's a new revelation. It finally came back on. That's crazy. I'm not kidding. We're gonna keep that in the video just so that you can keep the magic of it. But that hadn't worked 2 weeks. So with that, it died. The controller died. What I want to say, 2 months after the warranty. 2 months after the warranty expired, or at least when I ordered the controller. The oh yeah, so the controller's dead. Um, I'm probably not gonna buy. So the controller's dead. I'm outside of warranty. Um, just by the littlest amount, the upsetting amount. So I went ahead and took it apart and took a look at it. I took some pictures and such. I don't know, there's some craftsmanship things that I personally wouldn't have done. To sum it up, what I would have liked to seen is a auxiliary box on the back here. I'm not going to sit here and negative talk them. I'm not going to sit here and bash them. They're going to do what they can do. They've got a controller company. I do not. But what it boils down to is everything comes together and it's on ribbons, like a ribbon type circuitry that's on the back of the battery. And it just in general makes things tight. Um, I, for one, am a fan of the auxiliary boxes like Extreme Rate and some of these other uh, third party places. You can get them on Amazon if you get a back button paddle kit for your own. They give you an extra box, and I like that. It just gives you extra room for the extra circuitry. This was designed for the circuitry that it has. Instead of trying to cram more into it, I'd rather run the cables out into an auxiliary box right here. I would have liked to. I don't know. I think that's what they should have done. Anyway, um, will I be buying a hypercontroller again? If they would not have taken 4 months for me to get the original controller, yes, I would be buying another hypercontroller. But just because of that, because I understand craftsmanship. I understand what it's like working on things. I understand things go wrong. You can't back 100%, 100% of the time. So there's nothing wrong with that. Um, it was that big delay in the beginning. I didn't care for that. I just don't want to go through that again. So what it boils down to is I got another Extreme Rate kit so that I can build my own controller and have one quick. Okay. Um, that'll get me by for a minute, but I want Hall effect sticks again bad. It looks like there's some other companies doing it. Maybe like Hex Gaming, maybe Evil. I'm not sure, but I'll find another controller company that's doing Hall effect sticks, and I'll give them more because I just can't wait 4 months again. So this is my review of the DualSense controller from Hyper.